episode, no idea what number. I really haven't done a good job of tracking those, and that's just because I haven't done a lot of filming this year, and that is okay. I can tell you we're in season 3 in this episode. Of course, we're on the road. As you can tell, we're in Florida. Also, we are going to talk about Ironman 70.3 Oregon, as that is right around the corner. Lots of people already starting their taper. Love to see it. But we're going to discuss the swim course, the bike course, and the running course. Any advice I can give you, and of course, what to do while you are in Salem, besides enjoy the beauty of the town. Let's get into it. It is later in the day, Sunday, already worked all morning long, and I am on my way to Jacksonville, Florida from Tampa, Florida, and I could not help myself but stop at this nature preserve, state park they have. Really, really cool, lots of camping. There is one thing I will tell you, I have no problem being adventurous, going out and sightseeing, but when there are signs, like the one that is down there that, well, you can't see it, that says, beware of alligators or crocodiles or whatever they call them in this area, my exploring is very, very limited. Really limited. No, I ain't messing with that. So directly ahead, where it says no swimming, caution, and all the fun stuff, we're going to go ahead and listen to that. As you can see, that water doesn't look like we should be doing any triathlon training or laps, because, well, I'm sure there's some things living in there that we don't want to enjoy. So hike number 2, just right off the main road that they have here. This is called the Ravine Trail. It's a 2-mile loop that you can come out and do. You do have to hike all the way down to the bottom, which is actually pretty cool. And then you are down by this big ravine that runs through the park and which feeds into the lakes that are out there. So had to come in and check it out. Sign was not lying when it said slippery when wet. A lot of overgrowth, so just be careful when you're on the stairs. You can see in the video. Anyways, let's get to walking. Alright, it is getting later in the evening, and the sun is working its way down, so we're going to get back in the car and get going. Yeah, don't want to be stuck out here. Anyways, we have some steps to hike. This looks really fun. Let me show you. So we are talking Ironman 70.3 Oregon, and let's talk about the city of Salem real quick and what to expect. First off, tons of parking everywhere. By the convention center, by the hotels, lots of parking garages. The day of the event, I hope they do it this year, but last year all of the parking was free, so that was really, really nice. So don't try to park down at the park itself. You're gonna run into a ton of people. Just go park in one of the parking garages. Worst case, you're a block or 2 away. So that would be my recommendation. When you go down to Ironman Village, which is in the convention center, absolutely enjoy it. I think they did a wonderful job of setting it up, and how they have the process of signing in is real, real simple. Of course, you gotta go through the merchandise, buy whatever the heck you're gonna spend your money on, and then just walk right on through and do your sign up. So really simple. Salem has a ton of mom and pops restaurants, including coffee shops, which is in my last video when I was there, that I really did enjoy. In fact, I have to look that up, and I'll drop that in the description below. Not a big coffee person. They had some good tea, and the breakfast was delicious. So just a few quick things. Athlete briefing meetings. I know a lot of people don't go to them because they're like, what are they going to talk about? If you have swims, be careful, right, left side of the buoys and that type of stuff. With Oregon, I absolutely recommend it, especially when they're talking about the swim. It is a huge thing, especially with the current water temperature. So make sure you make your way there. I try to always attend them. You never know what they may have to say and what changes they may make to the course. So you may have studied the course. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of changes. So be a part of the athlete briefing. I cannot get this part else in my life. Ironman 70.3 Oregon swim is probably my favorite, and that's because I really don't like the swimming portion, and it is a river current, and it just pulls you right on down. So I do enjoy that. But talk about getting to the swim start. I know a lot of people want to walk with their friends and their family to get there. It's just, something that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Leave them back. Tell them just, hey, I'll be back in a little bit. It's going to be about a 20-minute walk to get there. You're going to probably stand in line for 10, 15 minutes, and it's pretty rapid as people start getting in the water. Take a pair of shoes, one that you're either willing to dispose of properly in a nice pile, because they do set up piles for that, or two, take your swim bag that you can just throw it in and put it on the truck. Let's not throw stuff everywhere in the trees. I saw some stuff last year. It was pretty sad, honestly. We're not that, the type of sport that we do, we rely on our environment, and we rely on the city to allow us to come back. So let's make sure we keep that city clean while we're there. As for the swim, it is a downriver current swim, which just means pure fun. Listen to what side of the buoys they tell you to be on is one of the key things, and that is for your safety. Number two, if you get tired or you need a breath, roll on your back and float. I promise you will float downriver. The current will take you, but do not stand up. There are two portions that I distinctly remember pushing my arm through the water, pulling back, and hitting the bottom of the water. It is extremely unsafe to try to plant your feet or drag yourself into that. You could put your foot in a rock, break an ankle, race is over, bad day. So do not do that. And then if somebody's yelling at you from a kayak, you're either on the wrong side or something, just pay attention to what they have to say. They're out there for your safety. You're gonna make a right-hand turn to get out of the water, and I'm gonna tell you that you have a lot of energy that you can dispense. So that's where I would start putting a lot of pressure into my swim. And getting out, when you get up there, make sure that your hands hit the ramps fully. Do not try to get up early, because typically you're gonna smack your legs and it really, really hurts. And then you're just running up a ramp all the way to transition. You're gonna run up the spiral ramp, you're gonna be out of breath, and then you're gonna run by everybody, which is super exciting. All right, before we talk about bike course, it's time for lunch, dinner. We had an early morning, so and the building closed at a certain time. So let's get inside. This is Sweet Georgia Brown's in Dallas, Texas. I'm gonna drop a link in the description below. When I come out to Dallas, I drive down here no matter what. Some of the best barbecue and soul food you'll ever have. Let's get inside, I'll show you. Let's dig into this. Let me show you what you get when you order the plate dinner combo. Oh yeah, that. Yeah. Woo. 10 out of 10 every time. 10 out of 10. So when I tell you this food is delicious, and they give you portions, I'm full. And let me tell you, let me show you what's left for dinner. Cobbler, just all the good stuff. That's after I put in some work. So, anyways, gotta go. All right, lunch is finished up, lunch, dinner. Well, it's gonna be both, because let's be honest, there's so much food involved. Anyways, we gotta get back and go put that in the fridge. This is hands down one of the best spots. Again, link in the description below. If you're in the Dallas area, I don't care where you are at, it is worth the drive to come here. The people are just outstanding. The best service I get at any restaurant I go to. And y'all know I love to eat and I love to travel. Definitely worth the stop. As of now, talking about transition, it's just a basic grass field transition, nothing too special. You're gonna run in, find your bike, drop your trowel, get on your bike and take off. You're gonna run over a set of railroad tracks, you're gonna see them when you're there. Just be extremely careful when you do that. Be mindful your cleat doesn't get caught in that. But other than that, this bike course is definitely my favorite, and there's a few reasons. One, there's 2 climbs. Technically, there's 3. 2 climbs. One, on your way out, you're gonna climb up out of town. It's extremely gradual. It's not anything that's gonna kill you. In fact, I can stay an arrow for part of it. And then when you come back down the other side, which is like that wine country, farm country, it is just how long can you stay an arrow for how far you can go. As for places your family can see you, if you run the map on Google Maps, the turnaround point is right off the freeway. They could probably walk out of transition, get in the car, drive to there before you make it there very easily. So if that is something that your family plans on doing, or you're gonna tell them to do, tell them, take their time, don't rush, no reason to run, be rude, or any of that fun stuff trying to drive. There's plenty of off-street parking up there. Just be kind and courteous. Do not try to go down to where the actual turnaround is. I would pull over ahead of that, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when you're there. Pull over, park right there, and then go cheer on everybody coming through. Remember, even though you're there to cheer on your family, cheer on everybody. We all love hearing it, and it's really, really fun. When you guys are making the turnaround, don't try to glide, because for some reason the turnaround is up on the top of this little hill. It's small and punchy, but keep pedaling until you turn around. I saw 2 people fall off their bike, not laughing at them, but pedal through it and just be safe. You're gonna turn around and come right back, and then again, you're gonna have the one hill, and then from there, it is pretty much downhill all the way back to transition. When you do come into town, remember, you're gonna be a little bit tired, and be mindful of the road conditions. I know Salem is doing their best to get all the roads up to date and to make them look better, but when you make that turn through the neighborhood by the gas station, you'll know what I'm talking about when you're there. Those roads are a little rough. And then, of course, the fun part, you're coming back into transition, and it's really, really nice to be on the main road right in front of the park. And that's where you just want to kind of gather yourself, take a deep breath, because you are about to go run the run course. And I really like this run course. Time to talk about Ironman 70.3 Oregon's running course, track, loops, 2 loops. Let's get into it. You're gonna have to excuse me. I stink, sweating. I just did an awesome hour run. Probably one of the best I've ever done. Just turned on the music and went with it, and I just kept turning up the pace. Super excited about that. But we are talking the 70.3 Ironman Oregon run, and let me tell you, it is absolutely one of the best runs out there. I will tell you, my biggest mistake was just not pushing it a little bit harder. Kind of worried what was to come, but let me tell you, there's 2 climbs. One is going over the Taco Bridge, and the other is coming back over the Taco Bridge. Other than that, it's a fast, just almost flat course. It is completely shaded except for the last 1.5 to 2 miles. You kind of pop out in the sun, and there are plenty of water stations out there. So if you're debating on what you're gonna do when you get there, get out, step on it, get into that comfy rhythm. And then that next lap, you got it in you, start cranking it up, because why hold back? You're already done. Let's get to it. If I could give any training advice on what I'd be working on, it is getting that maximum minute per mile pace up there for that, distance. I wouldn't be so much focused on hills on this one. I'd be definitely focused on how hard and how long can I hold that intensity. And then of course, kind of knowing your levels. So stepping up your level from just a little bit more, to when you hit that mile 8, just take off. That is going to wrap it up for Ironman 70.3 Oregon, kind of what to look for, what to expect there, and just a few quick tips and tricks to get through it. First and foremost, go have fun. You guys signed up to have a great time. If you are looking to PR your swim, this is absolutely the course. If you're looking to PR your bike, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is definitely the course. Same with the run. I think this is a course set up for people to have the best time that they could possibly have. And then of course, I think it's one of the safest. There's tons of water spots that are out there, aid stations for people to help out, especially the one right. It's not at the turnaround, but it's as you're coming back in about another 2 miles back. Huge, they do a really good job there. I stopped to use the restroom, just a really nice spot. But other than that, go have fun. Friends, family, you're there to support everybody. Enjoy your time there. I believe Salem is a beautiful city. Everything is fully accessible. Go park your car somewhere downtown and take a tour and enjoy the city. Tons of mom and pop spots to go to, which I really like. That's what I typically will go find when I travel, and this city does not disappoint. Other than that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, like, share it with your friends, all the stuff that pops up in the circle. We'll see you guys next week because one, we're gonna have to tell you what's on the books coming up. And there are so far 2 races and I'm waiting for the 3rd one so I can sign up. Not gonna tell you what that is yet, but we'll get into it and that'll be a whole series in itself. Good luck to everybody out there. Wish you guys the best of luck. Wish I could be there with you, but unfortunately I couldn't. I had to have some things done for me, and